I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-Minute Convos, where I help you create a brand of your own unique real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good morning, Marvin Jacobs. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful morning?
I'm doing fine, thank you. Yeah, I'm in the middle of a sort of snowstorm in the Netherlands at this point. It's winter time here, so yeah, it's almost 0 degrees here. So yeah, it's. I think we are able to skate on the lakes later in this week. So yeah.
Wow.
So that's life in the Netherlands. Yeah.
Well, my friend, I always let those that join me know that in my email draft inbox, I do have an email there with Caribbean Sunshine. And if you need it, do let me know. I can always send that your way.
Okay. Well, that's a very kind offer. I will definitely make use of that sometime.
That's
So
wonderful.
yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. And Marvin, do tell us which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time.
Well, we are as an agency. I'm working for a agency in the Netherlands, which is called Born05, and we develop all kind of great online publications. And at this point, we are working on our first branded podcast, which is for KLM, which is called The Journey. And this podcast is about the transformative power of travel. So we're telling amazing stories of people who went traveling and during their trip they have a sort of big insight or they have an experience, and that experience has a very big impact on their lives actually. So and we are going to tell these stories on behalf of KLM, and the podcast will be launched in spring 2018. So yeah, that's actually quite exciting, and we're doing everything for the first time because it's our first podcast. But I'm a very big fan of the medium, and I'm listening to a lot of podcasts, especially from the US. So yeah, actually my experience in the podcasting, well, I've learned everything by listening at this point. So now I'm doing things for the first time, and yeah, that's quite exciting. But yeah, we will see where this brings us. But so far so good.
Well, who did you learn the skill of understanding how to capture the stories of others?
Well, I have been working as a journalist for a very long time, so I know how to tell a story. And before that, I was a script writer. So I wrote scripts for TV shows. So that's an experience I have, and so I think I'm lucky with that. So I'm always have a great passion for telling engaging stories, and now I'm doing this on behalf of big brands in the Netherlands. So yeah, that's actually where it all comes from. So the podcast is a new medium for me to use my skills as a storyteller in, and well, yeah, I find that very interesting to learn this new medium. So yeah.
Sounds like you're going to be having a ton of fun, Marvin. A ton of
Oh,
fun.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. It is sometimes it's exciting because we have a lot of things we have to find out by ourselves for the first time. In the Netherlands, there is some podcasting, but it's not as big as in the US or in Great Britain or other countries. So yeah, we do not have a lot of experience in our country, and especially not in the storytelling format, which is edited and with sound effects and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it is exciting, but you're absolutely right. I'm having absolutely a lot of fun.
That's
That's
wonderful.
absolutely true. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
wonderful. Well, do
yeah.
tell us one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years, please.
Well, let's see. Um, well, let's see. What we have done is one of the things we're doing in our agency is the online magazine of iFly, iflymagazine.com. It's an international travel magazine, which is also published on behalf of KLM, and that's one of the greater projects we do here because it's a lot of
What about you, Marvin? What about what's one thing you've done consistently?
what I've done. Well, I'm absolutely participating in this project,
Okay,
so
all right.
it's, absolutely. So that's that's one thing I've done. And yeah, well, let's see. Well, I don't know if it's interesting for your listeners, but I've did also a lot of other interesting projects for clients like ING, the bank, and telco provider, so that kind of stuff. But actually, yeah, at this point, we're I'm the most enthusiastic about the project I'm doing right now, the podcast thing. So yeah.
How does it make you feel doing these projects that seem to bring a life light to you?
Yeah. Well, it's always nice to do something which start with your own passion, something that I find really interesting. I'm traveling to my work every day by car, and so I'm every day for 1.5 hours in my car, and was looking for something interesting a few years ago to listen to or to do while commuting to work. And so that was for me a very good reason to explore the world of podcasts. And so I've been in this podcasting world exploring for a few years now. So, and now, yeah, every time I listen to great stories and the great shows that are made, my passion grew. So, and now I can use that passion for my work actually, and that makes me I would say proud.
That's
It's something. It's very nice to do. To do something where you believe you're in yourself. So yeah.
Love it. Well, amazing audience.
Yeah.
You're hearing it live from Marvin Jacobs. Marvin, let's switch gears for a moment now and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Marvin, what is your earliest childhood memory?
My early childhood memory. Wow, that's a great question. One of the things that I remember that was a experience which made quite a lot of impact. It was my let's see, yeah, it was a sort of accident. So it's a bit of a sad experience, to be honest. Because my parents were in the house in the living room, and I was playing in the garden, and I want to go inside. I think I was a boy of 3 years, 4 years old, so I was quite little, and I tried to draw their attention because I could not go into the house. I did not have a key, or the door was locked, and it was a glass door. So I knocked at the window and I yelled, but they didn't hear me because we had visitors over. So what I decided to do is to take a few steps back and to jump into the glass door. I thought maybe the door will go open by doing that. But things turned really bad because the glass broke when I did that. So I had blood all over my hand and my wrist. So it was really dramatic, actually. And as today, I still have a very kind of big scarf on my right wrist. So it's a memory that, I think on a weekly basis it's come back to my memory because I see the scar. So it's something that's really part of my life today.
How do you
even
see
40 years later.
how
Yeah.
do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe that I will go, no matter what the price is, that I want to achieve my goal. And as a kid, that was go into the house. And at that time, it was, yeah. I think that's that's the parallel I can make to my life right now.
That's
So
amazing.
yeah,
Can I offer
yeah.
can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my
Yeah, why
mind?
not? Yeah. Why not? Tell
Yeah,
me.
I would like to say that as much as something may seem as though it is easy, that one should be more calculative with the decision they make in getting through to the other side.
Okay.
However, that should not be that you shouldn't go through, but definitely that you should proceed with caution and find another way. So for me,
Yeah.
it seems as though Marvin is an individual that can go get it, don't matter what, right? Like he is going to
Yeah.
get it. He's that guy. And that's
Yeah.
great. But if you do
Yeah.
channel that in a way where, let's say, you walk around the house, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You
That
know,
would be a better option.
exactly.
Yeah, it was a bit of an impulsive way of achieving my goal. So
Well,
I would say,
you were a
yeah,
child. You were a child, and you, but
that's absolutely true.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the main thing is that you got to where you decided you were going to go to, which is great, which is absolutely great. And to me, again, the one thing I would say is the disclosure, if you would like, please,
Yeah.
please exercise the walk around the house option before you go through the glass another time, because you may need to
Yeah.
go through the glass another time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
hey, put on a suit
Yeah.
to go through the glass, like
Yeah.
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 But
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
all right, my friend. If we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
To which year? I'm sorry.
Sure,
To
cool. If we forwarded to when you were 12 years old, what was your
oh, to
favorite
12
song?
years. My favorite. Let's see. I think that was the age that I was a really big fan of Bruce Springsteen. And the first album I bought was the album Born in the USA. And I think one of my favorites of that album is the song No Surrender. I played that a lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's amazing how these things connect. I mean, if we were to paint the picture, you had no surrender, right? You were getting through that glass, right?
Yeah, you're a great psychologist. Yeah. You're very connecting the dots. It's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. That's some great insights about my life during this a snowstorm where I'm in at this point. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But you know, it's fascinating. When I was speaking to you, you said, you know, there's a snowstorm. However, it's going to be great for skating more than likely on the lakes, right? And, you know,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it's parallel, right? It's like parallel to breaking through. Like it just snowed. Let it get colder first before you go on the lakes because you just went through glass. Don't go
Yeah.
through the lake now.
No. Always very cautious. So don't worry, no, because that's a terrible experience when the ice breaks and you're in the cold water. That's not something that's very tempting. Let's put it that way.
Well, Marvin, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Marvin?
I am, yeah.
Marvin, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
No.
Are you married?
Yes.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Have they ever gone through the glass as well?
No. Happily not. Yeah.
Do you believe in God?
No, I don't.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
I have.
Do you
Yes.
watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Or more.
If you, Marvin, had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Marvin Jacobs, what would you say that is?
Whoa, that's a hard one. Oh, when I do this for clients, this normally will take me, well, let's say a week. So, let's see, positive going forward, something like that.
yeah, love it. Yeah. Even when there's glass, he positively
even when there's
forward.
glass, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Marvin, this has been a great pleasure, my friend. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
I find this a really interesting project, so I'm really looking forward to hear the result. And it's great that I first make my entrance in the audio atmosphere in the Caribbean. So I'm really proud, actually.
It's a pleasure we treasure, pleasure I treasure for having you today, my friend. Marvin Jacobs, thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Okay, thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.